Are we
Are we doing
unmuted?
it?
Hello, hello, hello.
We're back.
We're back.
Yes.
Oh, I gotta talk like this. We're back.
Who are you?
This is Stan Lee's Batman, so he's doing a great job.
I'm
It's like,
Dark Man.
Huh?
vengeance, vengeance.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna run around. Yep. Vengeance is over to my left.
See, if it was me, it'd be like, I'm Vengeance, man.
Sup,
Sup,
vengeance.
Vengeance, dude. But check out the song. Here we go.
Okay, I can dig it.
You can't tell me that's not cool.
That was pretty cool.
And then I can change that and use that for this dude right here and go, me.
You know what's in my head with that song? I have a whole scenario. Bing bong, pizza. Sorry, I don't have money for it, but you ordered the extra sausage.
It did one of these.
Yeah. Would you like more cheese? The crust is stuffed.
Oh, dig it.
We're
Dig
definitely
it.
not kid
Dig it.
friendly.
Dig it. Feeling good today. Nice day today. Nice and warm. The sun was shining. The bees
He's
were
really
being.
happy. Did the Sixers win last night?
Heck no. Joel Embiid has a torn ligament in his finger, in his thumb, and I'm not happy about it. But hey,
He's over it pretty quick.
we're
How do you
still
get a
up.
torn ligament in your thumb?
I have no
Like,
idea.
you think he's at home like, oh, it hurts so much. Put the ice on it.
And it's the shooting hand, so that doesn't help.
Which is the shooting hand? Now I shoot, I got the shooting hand and the gun hand. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like,
So it's a shooting hand.
I have a prayer hand and just toss it up.
No,
you give
gotta-
white people a bad name. You know that?
Oh, I was already in that for basketball. Like yeah, no.
Gotta be shoot, guide.
No, I know. I was making a joke. Like you do that, but
But welcome to the Three Great Nerds. Like and subscribe. Please hit that like button because I'm seeing most people not hitting the like button. So come on in. But let me tell you this, dude. We got 50 subscribers. We've hit the big 5-0.
Double
Congratulations.
The
digits.
double digit, the 5-0.
And for that, we'll take out Z to McDonald's. So congratulations, Z. We'll go to McDonald's since
Happy
I know
meal.
he's a starving young artist, so we gotta take him out, make sure he's fed. Otherwise, he's gonna be like Biscuit or whatever that guy's name is and starve himself.
Yeah, happy
Or
meal.
Van Gogh. He'll eat his own ear.
Yeah.
Actually, please don't take me to McDonald's.
Get
Please,
some
not
nuggies. Get some
Not
chicken
McDonald's.
nuggies.
Those aren't
So
real chicken.
Go to McDonald's, get some chicken nuggies, then go to Chick-fil-A and get that Polynesian sauce. My wife
That's
tried it.
what-
It is
Oh, it's-
life changing.
put a little hot
Life-changing.
sauce in it.
Like I'm saying, okay, I list my
Onion.
sauce for specific ways, right? If I know a sauce is good, I will put it in this scenario. Let's say we're flying in a plane and it goes down over the Himalayas and we got to eat people, right? Now, if I had Polynesian sauce with me, I wouldn't feel bad.
Oh,
Yum
that's
yum
bad.
sauce. Like if you go down to any Japanese steakhouse, they have that yum yum sauce. That's great. I will eat a live person with that.
you
On-
you
on
pour it
this
on somebody and bite them.
You just changed my name to Ed Gein.
Oh, that's bad. That
Oh,
is
boy.
so bad.
Oh boy.
Google it, people.
So bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
Google it. Please.
Google it.
Mm, mm.
Oh, so
What,
bad.
what are our
so
topics today? Let's move
My
away.
favorite serial killers.
bad. No.
I got a coloring book I'll send to you, Bill.
A serial killer coloring book?
Yes.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, that's not good.
That's fine.
I got one. I'll send pictures of it later, and we'll post it online.
Oh, that's
I got
not
one.
good.
I got one.
But yeah, what's our topics today? We're gonna hit a little bit of everything. talk a little bit. But first, let's start off with our favorite topic. It's a movie we love near and dear to our heart, and we waited for this movie. We waited for this movie for like 2 years.
2 years, right?
COVID,
2 years.
COVID
2
messed
years.
this,
2
COVID messed this
years.
movie up. Yeah,
2 years.
That movie should have came out right after the Spider-Man one with
Yep.
Mysterio.
Yeah, and we waited for it. I mean, patiently, and it came out, and
What did you think about it? What did you think about it? Let's hear it. What did you think about it?
Who,
'Cause-
me?
Yeah, you. Let's hear it.
The guy who
Mr.
likes everything.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
guy
like
who likes
everything.
everything.
I don't
What
like
did you
everything.
think? And just so everyone knows, he would not let us leave the theater, so I had to watch it the whole thing.
Yes.
So,
yes. Me,
back to
me,
you.
and, me and Shane Gooseman from the Galaxy Rangers, we went and saw this, and but part of my stipulation was, okay, we're going to see this, but you can't walk out. I paid money. We're watching this movie, regardless. We're
You know
coming
you
out-
can get your money back, right?
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can.
care. We're going to watch it because we got to talk about it. And I don't want to talk about it and say, oh, I walked out of it. No. We got it. Like Bill said a while ago, we're taking a bullet for you. We're going to sit there and watch this entire movie and deal with the pain of watching
No,
this
let's hear your pain since you like everything. So, did you like the movie? Was
No.
it great?
No.
Did
It
you
was-
feel the movie? As your favorite saying is, did you feel the movie?
I couldn't feel it. I knew, again, my thing is I always try to give some leeway to a movie when you start out, because you're gonna like you make the comment that you're gonna world build. And I know because a lot of people don't know who Morbius is. Just the common average fan doesn't know who it is. So I said, okay, well, you got to world build. You got to make this guy give his backstory. He has this bad blood disease, and you got to go through it. And let me say, spoiler alerts, because if you haven't seen the movie by now, don't see it. But anyway, they went through the world building, and then went through the story, and it's just not a good story. It's just not a good story. That's all I
2
can
years.
say. It just-
2 years of
it-
editing, and they it
Yeah.
was. Which I just wanted to hear you say it. Just say it. Just
It
say it.
wasn't a good movie. It wasn't a good movie. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. Is it the worst movie I've ever seen? No. But it's a clear 1.5. It's not out of 5. It's not.
One point
I
five.
give it a 1.5 because
Zero.
I've
Now,
seen
do you
worse.
think if
Zero.
they
I
had
won't give it a 0. It's not a 0.
Zero.
I've
Yeah, it
seen
is.
zeros.
do you think if they had Scarlett Johansson in it,
No,
That wouldn't have helped.
I would like it
because
better.
Black Widow was a 1. 1 to
She didn't have to play
1.5.
Black Widow. If she was just in it, walk around the back.
Okay,
No.
I would have given it a 1 then.
No.
Yeah.
1.
No.
It's not a 1.5. Like it.
I'll give it a
is-
1.5.
This is the easy grader.
Yeah. I'm not the Swedish. What is it? The Russian judge or the Swedish judge? They usually give.
I think if we should do
or the
movies,
German
we
judge.
should
I don't
grade
know.
it
Y'all tell me.
like a school grade.
Okay, so school grade.
A to F.
So
I give
A
that
to-
shit an F, and the fucking director, you're going to detention, asshole.
I give it a D.
I give it an F.
I give it a D.
It's
I've seen
an
F.
F.
That's
It's
what I'm
an
saying.
F.
Is it the worst movie I've ever seen? No.
That's not saying it's the worst.
What is the
movie.
worst movie? Let's look.
let's
It's like
go.
science,
Right
right? You
now-
got to have what is
right-
the worst movie?
Yeah. What's my limit? I don't know. I can't think of right now. Off the top, I can't think.
What was that stripper movie with the girl from Saved by the Bell?
Oh.
Oh, I don't even remember that one.
I'm gonna keep it clean because you didn't watch that movie for the acting. Anyway, move on.
No, I didn't, but it was bad though.
That was a terrible movie. They acted like they were surprised that they were acting, but you didn't watch that movie for that. See, that's what I'm saying. Certain movies you have certain premises for, and you angle yourself for that premise of that movie.
Well, the
But
premise
this one,
is
you
you
just
have a
made
script. It's well directed. It
No.
at least has a beginning and end, and it has a point. That movie had none of those.
and
And they
didn't
had
make
2
sense.
years to edit and clean it up. The special effects were awful. The storyline was okay.
I mean, I thought
I mean, the storyline wasn't
fly,
good,
the flying in the train in the subway was kind of cool to me. I thought that was kind of neat.
so
I
that
thought
gives it
that
the
was
1.5 for you. Okay.
that's probably a 0.5 because I thought that was kind of neat that he was flying in the subway. Other than that,
Uh,
the whole point of your movie is that you made it where he's fighting against his buddy. That's your whole movie. That's you sat down in a boardroom and brought up this idea. We're going to make this movie. It's called Morbius. Okay, what is it about? Well, basically, the guy is going to fight his best friend. That's basically the whole movie.
well, that's like
I'm like,
Wolverine too. Wolverine and Sabretooth are
yeah, I'm just
brothers. But
like,
that
that
was
was the
just
movie.
this was poorly, but it was poorly executed. It had nothing to do with like the brothers going against each other. It- well, I mean,
I,
in Star Wars, you have Luke tries to kill his nephew. Um,
well, we
this
already talked about that. That didn't make sense anyway. But
this
move on.
this is like, I mean, yeah, it didn't make sense, but it was just they had 2 years to like reshoot it, and Jared Leto now has like the grand title of ruining two DC movies. Probably two of the worst written movies I've ever seen. I would give them both. What do you say? F's? Strong
Yep,
F's.
an
I would
F,
give them both an F. Um,
an F, and a firm. Hmm.
yeah,
Slap.
a
What are
firm,
they thinking?
firm attention. And I know
Don't
people
they?
are like,
Don't they show these movies? Do they do screen tests anymore?
They have to. They have to.
Because I know, like, the screen test it helps. Like they'll go back and rewrite the whole movie and change, re-edit it if the fans don't like it.
Yeah. They did the end of. We was just talking about it. The end of what is it? National Lampoon's Vacation. They reshot the end of that movie. Well, actually, they added to the end of the movie because I thought the way that the movie ends, they don't make it to Wally World, and then everybody leaves, and that's it. They go home. The audience didn't like that, so they brought them back in to shoot that last piece where they actually ride the rides and all that kind of stuff, and they meet Mr. Wally and all this kind of stuff. Because obviously, if you look at it, the boy Rusty was smaller than his sister when the movie starts. By the end of the movie, he's like a foot taller than her because he
I'm not.
went through puberty during this movie. So he skyrockets over her. He looks like the older brother. She looks like the little sister by the end of the movie. So yeah, they used the audience, which didn't like the way the movie ended, to end the movie in a way that everybody liked at the end. Yeah,
So I'm
cool.
thinking they didn't even screen test Morbius.
I
no.
don't I don't know. I just think it was a cash grab,
It was
you
a
know.
write off. It was, hey, we made $1 billion off Spider Man, so we need to write that off and show $1 billion loss, so we can say, hey, we broke even this year, so Uncle Sam, don't take our money. Um,
Well,
that's the
that's
only thing
yeah,
I
but
can think of. You had
they
literally
would
2 years to like go back. Like even Highlander 2 Renegade version
oh
was
God,
better
please
than
don't remember
Morbius.
that was yeah, that was
Like I said this before when we talked, right? It's just it's about the IP. I'm seeing it in video games. I'm seeing it in movies now, right? You just slap that freaking Star Wars logo on there, slap that Marvel, slap that DC, and people are automatically going to go.
Yeah,
The
it's
same thing with
$25 million.
Battlefield, right? Battlefield, great freaking
what bat
game.
you were doing battle oh, I thought you were talking about the movie Battlefield Earth.
No, that was F. Anyway,
That
no,
was an F.
Battlefield, the
That was a
game,
Close
bad
enough.
movie. That
right?
was a bad movie.
Used to be really fun, used to be great, and then EA starts getting run by corporate shills, and then now they just throw on Battlefield 2042, and everybody has played the game since the first one's excited, and then it just gets out and just sucks. But you already dropped $60, $70 on the freaking game, so they already made their money. They're like, whatever,
Yeah,
we're
they made
good.
their money.
I'm out. That's
Well,
why
we
we
can
just
at
gotta
least.
stop. Just stop. I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
So
guess
like I
that. Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead. Go
it's
ahead.
all you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just
Go
saying.
ahead.
I mean,
Go ahead.
I look at this movie and I always, and I think we said this after we left the theater there, Shane Gooseman. Um, I need to be if you remember the movie Big. Remember the movie F. Remember the movie Big. Remember when the scene where they're in the boardroom and the guy's explaining the building that turns into a robot and how it makes a great toy and all that stuff, and he's talking about projections and all that type of stuff. and how Tom Hanks raises his hand and he's like, "What?" And his line was, "I don't get it. I don't get it." And he's like, "What don't you get?" And he's like, "What's fun with playing with a building?" And then he goes into the thing of using insects as robots and all that all that kind of stuff. Anyway, my point is this: Hollywood, if you listen to this, you need somebody to be that guy in the boardroom that says, "I don't get it. I'm that guy.
He's not the guy. He's
I'm
definitely not
that
the guy.
guy.
Because he likes
I will tell you,
everything.
I
He
don't
likes
like everything. I will tell you, I
Yeah.
don't get it. It
You need
doesn't make
someone
sense.
harder.
It doesn't make sense."
I think they need
Morbius.
someone harder. So I would say,
I'm hard right now.
I would say, oh boy, I'm next to him right now, so I feel a little bit uncomfortable. You, I'm speechless now.
All I'm saying is, you need somebody in that boardroom.
You need someone
I'm
like
that-
you're too light. You just gave him a 1.5. It's an F. Like you have to have a higher
I've
standards for
seen
this
worse.
stuff.
Like I said, compared to Battlefield Earth,
No, it's
no.
it's as
This is
bad
not
as
a.
Battle-
This is not. Oh
yeah,
no,
it's as bad as
that
Battlefield 4.
was that was
Hold on.
bad.
I have the box with the grade in it right now. Hold on.
Hold on, let's see. Yeah, there you go. See, that's our new grading system.
That's our new grading
It's
system.
either no, or it's two fingers, or it's one fisted, or it's two fisted.
Whoa. This
Oh.
is YouTube.
I'm sorry,
YouTube.
we can't talk about that. Fisting.
Just so you know, this is not for kids, right?
Yeah, my mom actually did want to watch this, and I said, "Yeah, not a good idea." Moving on.
Bad. Anyway, so we're done with the Morbius thing, and we know that it was a bad movie. It was not well planned. It was not well thought out. And
But I guess we should we should tell them the whatever scene at the end was Vulture now exists in Morbius's world, and Morbius is in Venom's world. So there's no Spider-Man in this universe.
I don't understand.
But and Sony is going to
There is
build a-
Spider-Man in that universe.
not in this one.
It was spray painted on the wall.
Venom is in that world too.
Venom got okay. If you watch the end of Venom, he got sucked in
To
during
Spider-Man's
the whole
universe.
Doctor Strange thing. He showed up in the Spider-Man's world, and a little piece was left on the counter when he went back.
Right. So
When he went back to Sony, but he left a little piece in Disney.
he left a little piece in Disney.
11 piece in Disney.
So Vulture's always been in.
Disney.
You talk about Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton was in it.
Michael Keaton.
He's always been in this Spider-Man universe.
Yep. But he's now in Morbius's universe, which is supposedly shared with Venom. Because they made jokes about Venom in San Francisco. So
Yeah, remember?
so I know it was very forgettable, and I apologize to everyone. We're just letting you know. Let's move on to another
You
topic.
can probably just go on YouTube and look for it, and save yourself. What is it now to go to the movies?
Like
$20.
$85.
So moving on
Popcorn
to
is like 106. And the drink is like 87 ounces. And that costs like $132 too.
Don't blame the movie theater, okay? Because these guys, just to play that movie, they have to fork out a bunch of cash to the freaking assholes in Hollywood.
Yeah, they're only making, I think it's, 10% of what they make on popcorn sales and all that kind of stuff.
So they got to charge. You know what? That's fine.
I understand. I'm just picking.
You know, like the movie theater we got here. It's a tiny movie theater. You just want to support it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
support your local theaters, I guess, is what we're saying.
Fuck
Moving on.
Disney.
Speaking of Disney, let's move on to the next one.
Let's moving on to the next one. And we had Thor Love and Thunder trailer that just dropped. What I think on the 18th.
Is chat up? What does chat think? What's the world think?
I thought it was a
put it in chat. What do you think?
Yeah, think chat.
Yeah,
I liked the trailer. I thought it was kind of cool. It was kind of funny, you know, how overweight he was in the last one, and he's working out with the "I am the strongest Avenger" hat that he like scrawled on his head. Plus, it played to Guns N' Roses, so that actually, endeared itself a little bit more to me.
They cut the song though. I didn't like how they cut it up. Anyway,
Um, they did introduce Jane Foster as the new Mighty Thor, so with the patched up hammer. You don't really see gore, so that'll be interesting. But you do see the result. That big giant thing, that's like a god, and Gore killed it. So that's sort of interesting. It could go sideways, but I think this director, I forget what his name is, he did Ragnarok, and I think he did a good job of Ragnarok.
Yeah.
That's one of the better Marvel movies.
Well, he's kind of funny. He's got a comedic side to it.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't take it too seriously, which is good. He doesn't try to like make it too artsy, so that's also good. He's not trying to send you like a PC message of the week. So those are all like good things. He's one. I mean, I think they should turn over the Marvel universe to him, to be honest with you, instead of the people who did Eternals, Shang-Chi, Black Widow, because those have been massive train wrecks, and those are Fs too. Those are all Fs.
But why?
I don't.
Why did they fail?
Why did
I
they
don't
fail?
call Shang-Li what was it? Shang-Li, Shang-Zi, whatever it was.
Shang-Chi was no, but it was
I
bad.
don't say that
Like,
was
it
an
was.
F. It
It's
just
an F.
wasn't a Marvel movie. It could have been anything. I mean,
It was an F.
They could have made this the new version of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. It would have been a movie.
It's an F.
I mean, it
put the
wasn't.
Marvel
They put the Marvel stamp on it,
and that makes it an F. If they had called it like the Holy Temple of Zuzu, like it would have been better. But they tried to pass it as something that it wasn't, and it makes it an F. Like it, you gotta stay you gotta incorporate elements of the character. Like Thor, I think he. I don't know what it is. Wacky. Like he at least understands Thor, and he can make Thor appealing. Like he's funny. Like
so, my question for
what's
the
your
class?
Question? Yes.
Is Thor going to be another bait and switch? Are they going to kill off Thor so Padme Amidala becomes Thor?
I don't think so.
Just like they did. Look at all the bait and switch. I'm just calling examples, right? Freaking, we're talking about He-Man on Netflix. That's why Kevin Smith can kiss my ass right now. And it was all about She-Ra. Then we got Disney. We got Loki, right?
Yeah.
He's getting replaced by a girl. And then we got Hawkeye, right? The whole series.
That was.
You want to see Hawkeye do some cool shit, but he's getting replaced by a goddamn girl. And now I see this freaking trailer with Natalie Portman wearing goddamn Thor's armor. I mean, if they stick with the comics, she's gonna die, right? In the comics, she's got cancer. And the only way the cancer doesn't affect her is when she's female Thor. But why she got to be Thor?
Well,
why can't she be something else?
In the comics, she does become Valkyrie. She becomes a Valkyrie. So maybe if they do that, that might be more interesting, especially since we see the Valkyrie character look, somewhat bored with her current life.
Yeah.
So maybe she gets trained as her. I honestly don't know the direction of Marvel right now. I don't think Marvel has a direction right now. I think they followed the footsteps of Star Wars, and they're just
making movies.
They're just trying to cash in, and it's going to start turning away fans pretty soon. I mean, Thor, I did enjoy the trailer. I thought it looked good. It looked funny. It looked like the Ragnarok, and I think it has potential. But like you said, like it does feel like that bait and switch, especially since I know the villain pretty much kills like the Greek gods, the Egyptian gods, like every god. So, and that's why I was sort of like, all right, well, if he goes after the Egyptian gods, maybe he'll show up in like Moon Knight. I'm like, yeah, they're not gonna do that. They're not that talented to figure that crap out.
They don't have that much forethought.
But Marvel used to have forethought. So, but now it's out the window. Like it feels like Kathleen Kennedy now controls Marvel.
Oh God.
We talked about it. What was it that what Kevin Feige said? about, by 2024, there's going to be
Diversity.
pretty much all female freaking heroes.
Yeah, he said that, but and I mean, Marvel has some really good female heroes. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of the X-Men have great female heroes. Like you have Storm,
Rogue.
Jean Grey.
Rogue.
Mhm.
No,
You
we
have
don't need to do no more.
Strong.
We
You
don't
have
need to do no more
Strong.
Jean Grey. They already they messed that up completely up, and I don't
Well,
want to
that's
see
why they're
anybody
not
mess
going to
that
do
up
X-Men for
anymore.
like another 5 years probably, and then
Yeah,
they're going
I
to
don't
make
want to.
that. They're going to make Logan like Wolverine a something giraffe or something. I don't really know. It it it's Marvel is probably single-handedly destroying their brand right now. Well, maybe not Marvel, but
Disney is
Disney.
destroying Marvel.
Well, even yeah, I would agree with that. And I'm hoping Thor is good. Doctor Strange, I have hopes for because the director has talent, and I like most of the things Sam Raimi has done. So there's hope. But then you see the last three movies that have come out. I know, Mr. Positivity to my left or right, um, based on however you're looking at this.
I'm
He's
all
not going to
supporting
get.
Sam Raimi, dude. I got some love for Sam Raimi.
I love Sam Raimi. I think he's done great, and I think he understands the Doctor Strange element. Like he understands like that supernatural. He understands like the kind of elements of horror, and it looks like from the trailers, like it looks like he has it, and I think that's awesome. But Disney is probably because or not Disney, Sony with his Spider-Mans, they ruined like the last Spider-Man. So it's sort of like, can he
That's because he
stand
didn't
up?
want to do it. I saw a whole thing about him. He wanted to do the first Spider-Man, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Second one was not too bad either. It's when they got silly. That was the third one where it had the black suit Spider-Man with Venom, and that one got stupid.
Yep.
But he didn't want to do anymore. He wanted to bail out.
Yeah. So,
but they made him do it. That's like can't force somebody. What are you dancing for?
That's Spider-Man 3.
He's doing the dancing. I'm just watching an amusement right now.
Oh, that was a bad movie.
But
that was bad.
It wasn't like I didn't hate it though. It wasn't Morbius.
What, the third Spider-Man?
It wasn't as bad as Morbius.
I didn't. I would say I didn't hate that movie either. It's.
I hated it. I hated
Batman
it.
and Robin. I hated Justice League. I hated Justice
League. When they
League.
did that dancing montage, I was done.
Now it's a meme. That's a meme everywhere.
When he played the piano and did the whole thing, I was done. I was like, "Oh, you have gone completely off the rails."
See, that's like to me, that's like a D. It's not like straight F's. Like
that was an F.
I mean, I can give you straight. Like I don't think Spider-Man 3 was a straight. Like it's a strong D minus. Like it wasn't.
That was an F. As soon as they did, if they wouldn't have done the dance montage, I probably would have kind of, yeah. But as soon as they, when they threw that in and he had the little black hair sticking over his eyes and all that, I was done. I said,
it reminded me a lot of Superman 4, the quest for when he turns into like the Dark Superman, whatever. Like that's what it reminded me of. Like
but he didn't do a dance montage.
But Peter Parker was a dork, and it just amplified his dorkiness. I'm not as harsh against it as you are. I'm probably, well, as you know, I'm a lot harsher on other things like Justice League and Justice League Snyder Cut. I think those are Fs. They're strong Fs.
I was telling you.
Spider-Man 3, I mean, it's a D, but we digress from Thor Love and Thunder.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
So, yeah. I think it has potential to be good. I think Doctor Strange has potential to be good too. And there's hope.
Well, as far as the bait and switch, my thing is as long as the character, if you're trying to stay true to form, I mean, because we know that Jane Foster takes the mantle for a time frame. So if you're doing that, then to me that's not a bait and switch. You're using the actual story, and you're kind of and you're emphasizing on it. Now it depends on what you do with it. How do you execute it? If you execute it poorly, then yeah, you're done wrong. You know, what is it? Indiana Jones. You chose wisely. I mean, you chose
Poorly.
foolishly. Yeah, you chose for poorly. But you know, if any character, as long as it's part of the character, I can deal with it. There's a She-Hulk. Okay, fine. We're going to do a She-Hulk show. I don't know how good it's going to be. I really don't, honestly. I never thought she was a strong enough character to have her own show, honestly.
I never
Um,
even went and bought a She-Hulk comic book.
I had a buddy that loved her. I
She,
had a buddy
she
that loved
was. She
her,
did a
and he
lot. She
collect.
did. She did fourth wall before Deadpool was around, but she
Yeah,
was also she slept around with half of the Marvel universe, and I mean that's
Slut.
not. Yeah. So it's a little bit. So like whenever I heard her voice like on like the cartoons, it's just like she probably sleeps with this guy. She probably and I don't know, but she's extremely intelligent. Like she's a
oh yeah,
lawyer
she's a
and
lawyer.
she's very smart and she talks to the fourth wall a lot. So it's sort of funny, but it's Disney and it's Disney Plus and Disney
Again,
Plus does
like I
not
said,
have a strong record at all at this
I don't
point.
know how they're going to do it. I just, like I said, I never looked at her as a strong enough character to have her own show.
I, I mean, if
But
you look at the
yet,
sales figures, she's not on top. That's why they have her in group like team books because she's a much better team player
yeah, because wasn't
because
she
she
part? She was
plays a
part of West
strong
Coast
character.
Avengers or something like that for a time. I knew she was an Avenger for a while.
She's
So
been part of the Avengers. She's been part of Fantastic Four.
yeah.
She's been part of
Well,
all of them except
okay.
When
maybe
they
X
do
Men.
that in comic books, that means the character needs some help.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
she's not a
it will
strong.
never
She's not a
sell
strong.
books by itself. So they got to keep like, let's see if it sticks here. Let's see if it sticks here, and it's not. It's just like what's that other one? Captain Marvel coming out or
Miss
Miss
Marvel.
Marvel.
She
That
she was
comic book
part.
failed, man. That comic book failed. That character failed, failed. And they're going to make a movie, but they're going to make a show about it. And there's only one reason why.
Quota. Well,
Yeah.
Well, and that's sort of the thing, and I know we've talked about it before. Like certain characters, you always wonder like why Gambit hasn't been made. Well, Gambit doesn't have strong sales. He's not. He's a popular character, but when show me the money, he doesn't sell books. He sells books when he's part of the X-Men because he's a good foil for like Wolverine and because he can fight Wolverine.
Yeah.
So he's a good foil for certain characters, but on his own, he's just not good. Like Bishop, same thing. Like not a good enough character. He's a good foil for like Cable and like characters like that. But who do you want to be a foil for Cable? Deadpool or Bishop?
Deadpool.
Deadpool. Um, and that's sort of the thing that we're going. And then I guess this leads kind of to our next topic, like Moon Knight. Like Moon Knight is consistently he's been like the top seller. We're really the streaming now. It's not changing. Come on, Captain Ra. Um, Moon Knight is
Give me a
always like
second
top.
there.
He's like the top 25 of sales, like on like monthly basis. And that character is the most messed up character. He's complex, and he's probably Moon Knight is probably the worst character to bring to TV screen because he's a complex character because he has multiple personalities. And if the show confuses me and I know about all the characters and I don't know what the hell's going on,
Yeah.
and I can't explain it to people who are watching it because it's just like, and I think Darth Bill said it the other day. Moon Knight right now is like Batman 1989. You see Batman in that movie for like 10 minutes. Moon Knight we've seen for a grand total of what, 3 minutes in
4
episodes?
minutes. Actually in character.
Yeah.
Like in character, like we see Mr. Knight and we see Moon Knight, and the combined they have like maybe 4 minutes. And it's sort of, I mean, my expectations was it could be, I was hoping for like a combination like Fight Club, Memento, Supernatural, Buffy, Angel, because that's who Moon Knight is. Like he's kind of supernatural, like he's mentally in balance. And it's fine like if you want to go that way, but in world build as you like to say, but the world is kind of built already. Like, and the thing is they're not this isn't an origin story because they've obviously jumped way ahead. He's been Moon Knight for a while, or so they've jumped something. Like the main villain, the one that killed him, that caused him to be like resurrected, he's not even in this because, well, he reminds people of Killmonger from Black Panther. Bushman does. I mean, the only similarities he has is skin color. So he wears like a skull on his face, and he has like steel capped teeth, and he tries to like eat people. Pretty much, he's not like a pleasant individual. Now I understand like going through like I was hoping like, hey, Egyptian gods, that could be really cool to see. I know like we were all excited, and like we could see like Ra, like Anubis, and all that. Because I remember that awful movie with Gerald Butler a couple of years where they had like, you know, the gods, like I don't remember what it was, the gods of Egypt. It was an F too. So just so we're all clear, it was definitely an F.
That was an F.
I mean, it had cool visuals to it, but it was an F. But this is just they changed his love interest name from Darlene to Marlene or Layla or something. It's like it's Layla. The same character. And it's just like, what are you doing? Like, and that's the thing that makes, to me, when I like Moon Knight. Like, I used to read him a lot because I like he's Batman, but he's a mess up Batman. He's like a triangle. Like, Batman is like the middle of the triangle, and the three characters, like Stephen Grant's the billionaire, Mark Spector's like the fighter, and then Jake Loxley is sort of like he's like undercover, and like those are the three characters. Now, are they aware of each other? They're pretty much aware of each other, but that leads to like other drama because Stephen Grant, well, when he's Stephen Grant, he impregnates Darlene or Layla or whatever the hell her name is in this. And Mark's like, what the? So it sort of leads to some, but the characters are like aware of each other. But I thought, that's the one good thing. Like, you see the characters in the reflection, and it was like, okay, that's kind of a cool thing. And the other cool scene was the Jackal going, oh crap, like Moon Knight's gonna kill me, and he tries to run out, and like that's the first episode, and you're like, okay, I'm kind of excited, and I'm kind of not, because it was weird. But then the second episode happened, and that was garbage. The third episode happened, and that was worse. And then the fourth episode is just like, do I really have to watch the rest of these?
Yeah. But you do, because we made a promise to our 50 fans.
Yeah.
Which is growing.
But I mean, the suit itself reminds me of like Spawn, and I don't remember, like his suit is like, he's Batman. Like, he builds the suit, and people are always like, well, why do you want to be like all in white? Because like, in night you can kind of see someone in white coming at you. He's like, I don't care. I'm coming at you, and I'm going to mess you up. So that's like, Moon Knight he's a badass. He's psychologically unbalanced, but he's a badass. In the comics, he pretty much takes the power of Iron Fist, Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, and someone else. Like, he takes their power because of Khonshu. Oh, he takes Mjolnir, or the hammer, Thor's hammer. I can't pronounce it right now. I never can pronounce it. Mjolnir. So he takes Mjolnir and Thor, and then he beats the crap out of Thor with his own hammer. And Thor's like, how can you do this? He's like, it's made out of Uri, which is from a moon. I control the moon because Khonshu. So Moon Knight is like a potentially very powerful like hero, but he's like a normal person. So yeah, I think it's a huge miss. I think it's this series is an F, and I would say it almost warrants me to say goodbye to the streaming service of Disney Plus. I would say that I had to keep it because I promised I would watch crap for everyone else so they wouldn't have to watch it. But I am strongly tempted. Well, there are other reasons too, but we won't get into that. But Disney Plus, like, none of their series, their Marvel series, I would say What If was okay, but the rest of this stuff has been garbage. Like
everything
Loki.
I don't know. Disney overall straight pissed me off. We talk about it, right? They're going to raise the prices on the streaming service. They keep giving, like, what are you paying for if you keep giving us crap? Same thing with Netflix, right? People of Netflix, they just lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's your fault that they lost the money.
Yeah, of course, because people share passwords. No,
It's our
it's because
fault.
you got a because they got a Japanese movie on there about a pregnant guy. Come on, dude. Nobody. Oh, I don't even think anybody in Japan wants to watch that shit. But that's what you're paying for. I don't want to pay for that shit.
No one
And
wants
then
to
you
pay
go,
for it.
and then we talk about the parks, right? It's like this started when they opened up Star Wars Land, right? Because my wife and I, we stayed at a Disney Resort, right? One of the big deals with staying at a Disney Resort was you can get up early and get to the park before the regular folks get there.
Yeah.
But they stopped that like that month. So we get up at 4 a.m. to get there, and there were so many people waiting to get in Disney. It was a train wreck. Like the cops were like, "Hey, you gotta let them in." And by 6 o'clock in the morning, it was an 8-hour wait for the Millennium Falcon ride. And I don't know, maybe it's because the older I get, I just hate people. Like we're walking, right? We're walking down the street, and they got 3 big fat girls riding scooters, okay? And they're taking up the whole goddamn sidewalk, and they're going slower than you walk. You're just like I was tempted to just throw some fucking Doritos over there, like, oh, get them off the road. But
See,
okay,
I'm
and now they raise the prices, right? Sorry, so now the lines are longer, the prices are up. They got the head of the line thing, which is free, but now you got another one. If you want to get ahead of the line, you pay for that. Parking now is up because if you want to park close to the park, you got to pay $45 fucking dollars. And then you think all this money you put in on Disney and be a season pass holder or whatever, you still got to pay stupid ass prices for a goddamn drink.
Hmm?
Like it's $8 for a slushie with a slushie with a goddamn paper straw. Like you're like, done. The straw's gone. I'm eating like a goddamn caveman. Like, oh.
I would like to point this out. I was called the angry old man get off my yard thing, and Bill,
He just beat it out.
well, he's on the same line with I am. It's just like, oh my, like it's hard. And it's Disney. I mean, I wouldn't say it's just Disney. I would say it's Hollywood. I mean, look at Sony. Sony had 2 years to fix Morbius. Oh, it looks fine. Let's let it go out. Like Moon Knight. I mean, I've been reading up. Like the director said, we don't have enough Egyptian like representation in movies, like in American movies. Well, how do you feel about it now? Like you have Egyptian gods that. I mean, the coolest scene was when all the avatars are meeting together. I'm like, that's kind of cool. That's like
kind of cool.
That's cool. Like Amit is like that's cool. Like you have minor gods that are like trying to fight for a huge piece of the pie, and they're getting more powerful. But it's been it feels, and I know it probably isn't, but it reminds me of like those old school specials, like the more you know, like dee. Don't hey, this is your brains on drugs, and then they crack an egg. Like it feels like it's that. And I mean, maybe it's not like overly apparent, but they're emphasizing like his identities way too much. And it's just sort of like you had to make it like it has to be like Fight Club. Like that's how I felt like it should have been, like Fight Club. Like it make it like a slow build, because you're like, well, and you could have chosen one character like Stephen Grant. But Stephen Grant's the billionaire persona. He's not some meek, like, store clerk who has a bad British accent. And it's just sort of like, oh my gosh, like, where's the pencil on my table that I can just.
I think I know why they're skirting around the mental disorder. You guys remember that flick that M. Night Shyamalan put out called Split?
Yeah.
Right? I really enjoyed that movie because what's the guy? He played Professor X. What's his name? He freaking nailed it. Like, you know what? If you're going to play multiple personalities, and he played every single one of them to a T.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I felt like I was looking at a different character every time.
Oh, yeah.
But that movie, and just recently started making waves again, is you get all these goddamn people in the Twitterverse and the TikTokverse whining. Why are they making fun of mental disorders? Look, you take your mental disorder ass and don't watch it, So there were already some people talking about Moon Knight because he's got multiple personalities. And you get like a handful of people, like a pinch full of people crying about it. Like, why are they making fun of mental disorders? Because we can. Freaking weirdo.
Well, the thing is, I would think that they would get behind Moon Knight because he beats the shit out of people. Like, he's probably one of the more lethal heroes in the Marvel Universe. Like, I mean, as an example, Punisher actually respects Moon Knight. Well, he thinks Moon Knight's, insane, but he actually respects Moon Knight.
You still killing people? You still crazy?
Yeah. Is your family still dead? Yeah. I mean, that's sort of their banter. Like, it's sort of like, oh my gosh, that's so wrong. Like, I can't believe he would. But it's like, that's awesome. That's Moon Knight. Like, he does not care. He respects like the rest of the community, and the rest of the community thinks he's like mentally insane. He's just like, oh yeah, you're right. Like, I am mentally. Like, he accepts it, and he uses it as a strength to get what he wants to be Moon Knight. They're all Moon Knight. All three of those personalities, and there's actually like a fourth. It's like a little girl, which hasn't popped up in this, which I can't imagine seeing Oscar or whatever his name, Isaac's like putting on a little dress and like pretending he's a little girl. But
they're not gonna do that.
But I mean, they like part of the story is, I mean, they're saying the reason Khonshu chose Spectre. Spectre is actually who he is. Like, that's his dad is Spectre. Like, he is a Spectre. The other personalities are what he brought in, but they're putting too much importance on those personalities. Like, it's like if you fractured Batman into 3 different personalities. This is what he would be, but they've messed it up so badly. I mean, and I enjoyed like him talking to himself in the mirror. I mean, I was like, that's sort of funny, and it's like seeing Mark Spector say, "Let me out so I can save us because we're going to die." And him saying, "No, no, no," and he puts on the suit and then gets his ass kicked. And he's just like, "Would you just let me fight, and I'll take care of Jackal Boy?" And it's just, but they haven't done that. Like, it's been a failure. And I think the guy who writes it, he's going to direct some movie, like another Marvel movie. So it's just like, well, we're screwed.
Well, can I sum up Moon Knight in my version of how Moon Knight was to me?
You loved it. It was an A+.
I'm gonna sum it up. One simple thing.
Yeah.
Do you want the box? I got my review Moon Knight in the review box.
That's all it was. It was boring. It was boring.
There
was some cool parts, but it was boring. It really
I agree. I agree totally. It's boring, but Moon Knight is probably one of the more. He should be an exciting character because he crosses over a lot of different genres. Like, he can go horror, he can go supernatural, he can go like action. I mean, he is funny, so he can do comedy, but that went completely over like the writers, and they're like, no, we gotta like concentrate on this part, and it's just sort of, it's mind numbing. Like, it's the issue we have with a lot of the movies that are coming out of Hollywood right now.
It's just lazy, right? It's just lazy. It's just
boring. It was boring.
And the character should have never been brought to the screen in the first place, ever.
Moon Knight. I mean, he's probably one of the more he is the most complex character in Marvel. And the minute they said they were making this, it was just like, oh, this is going to end so badly, because I don't think they can do it.
You can't. There's some characters that just should. It's better when you read about them in a book or in a comic book because they're so complex, but you can put it together, right? You just can't. Some stuff that will translate from writing does not translate well to screenplay.
True.
No.
He's too complex.
And that's what's killing the show. And I've had to try to explain it to other people, and it's just like, and once I do, they're like, but that's not what's on the TV show. I'm like, no. Like, they have completely food barred the TV show. And it's just like, well, we got 2 episodes left, so let's see how much worse we can get.
Oh boy.
It's because they don't. They want to make it their own. That's the problem. Yeah. Like, if you want to make it good. Start day one of Moon Knight and make sure that the complexity of it moves onto the screen. They started in the middle, and then the director always wants to make it their own. It's just bullshit. It's the same thing with Star Wars. They want to make it their own. Crying Ryan Johnson wanted to make it his own. He fucked it up. the new Lord of the Rings series. They want to make it their own.
They
Stop.
want to make it their. Well, I mean, they want to make an artistic like interpretation, like the Joker. I don't think the Joker was a bad movie, but that is not the Joker.
You mean
I'm
Taxi Driver?
Yeah, it basically was Taxi Driver.
yeah.
It
I,
basically
I,
was.
Yeah.
but it was like an artistic interpretation of the Joker, and I'm like, the Joker character would kill that guy in 3 seconds because it's not the Joker.
Yeah.
But
And
that's
giggle about it after he did it.
well, he'll kill like the whole suit. It wasn't like he would kill. Well, in that movie, and I have watched that movie now. I don't give it an F, but it's not the Joker. Like it's a good movie, but it's not the Joker. If you put the Joker on it, I give it an F. So sorry, not the Joker. The Joker would have killed the entire audience and then try to kill half the city. Like that's the Joker character. He might have left like
Yeah.
one kid alive, but that's not Joker.
The problem is they got to bring because like if you look at the critics now, they're Hollywood shills.
Yeah.
Here's a good. Like, we've been sharing back and forth the Star Wars cruise thing, right?
Mhm.
And they invite people to go who are fucking influencers, right? But they have to sign an agreement not to say anything bad. So of course, when they come out, they're gonna make a goddamn video saying, this is awesome, this is great, this is
You can do
awesome.
so many different things, and
So these critics, right? Like the critics on Rotten Tomatoes, because you can see it on there, right? You got the critic score, and then you have the people score. Sometimes the critic score is like 90%, but everybody else in the world says no.
Yeah, they're like, let me give us our rating.
But they want to go and they go. But that's the problem. Like, modern art, right? I know I wanted to talk about this too. I wanted to make the whole show about this, but art has changed, right? Because art used to be beautiful. Like you go look at a Salvador Dali painting, right? And like I've been to the Louvre in France, in Paris, and it's just amazing. Like some of those pictures are so good; they look 3-dimensional.
oh yeah, they look real.
But then somewhere around the 60s and 70s, somebody came up with modern art. So some schmuck out there paints a blue wall, all the same color, one color. And people are like, oh my God, that's beautiful. I can see. No, stop.
I got a blue wall.
Say you suck. Yeah, that would be art. Or
This isn't art. This is to build my creativity.
Who was it? Remember, I think it was like the 90s when they had the cup of pee and they put the crucifix in it, and people were like, that's not art. Anybody can do it. Like
you're right.
And the movies are the same way. Like, look, stop paying for this shit. Like that's the only way they're gonna learn. Just stop going. Just stop.
Well, I mean, Disney's lost a ton of money this quarter. Netflix is like free falling, so maybe they'll listen. Highly doubtful, but maybe they'll start listening.
Disney fell like 5% this week.
Yeah, I mean, I know my entire family cut Disney Plus because they're like, this stuff. I think after the Red Panda thing, my mom's like, why did they show like a 6-year-old like shaking her ass like in front of the like? Why are they like? Someone actually had to do the computer like that's Rick and Morty had it. Like you had to program the genitalia of Rick like into the computer. Like some sicko had to like show a little girl's butt, and it's just like that's sick. I mean, maybe it also teaches kids not to listen to their parents. Like my sister was just like, my kids aren't gonna watch this. Like she canceled Disney Plus like on the spot. She's like, and her kids love Star Wars, not the movies, the TV shows.
But it's got to reflect life, right?
Yeah. So it's just sort of like, what is Disney? What is Disney trying to send messages on right now? Like we have Moon Knight, which you could have done a message, but you could have done a positive message, like, hey, you have a mental illness, but look, you could may not become a superhero, but you could do stuff that will make you better. Like, look at this person. Like, there's hope. Like, you can do certain things if you like work with people. Like, part of Moon Knight is he had the original Scooby Gang. Like, he has, well, Darlene in the comics, and I don't remember her name now. He had Frenchie, which horrible name, I know. But he had like a group of people that worked with him who understood like Okay, who's he today? Stephen Grant. Okay. Who's he today? Jake Loxley. Okay, who's he today? Mark Spector. They all knew who, like, his three personalities, and they could work with him. And it's not, he doesn't have any support there. And meanwhile, like, one of the characters is talking to his mom. It just, yeah, it does. It, like you said, lazy writing, and I don't remember what my point was. It sucks.
They haven't
I know
really
Jay
done the
Sherman. I had to throw
research.
that point in there. Jay Sherman.
It shucks. It does. I mean, it's just. I'm not saying it sucks. I'm just saying it was boring. It was just boring. I mean,
But boring is like, boring means it's not good.
I mean, I always say it. I keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep saying it every week. If I have to rewatch something just because I think I missed something,
Oh,
that
you didn't
means
miss anything. It was bad.
that
It was
means you
bad.
didn't do a good enough job to capture me the first time for me to remember what's in that thing.
There might be Easter eggs, but
It,
I would say if
I
you have
won't.
to rewatch,
no,
I say
won't rewatch
Obi-Wan.
it. If I
Obi-Wan has.
rewatch it, it's good.
no, but I'm saying I had to rewatch it. Like for example, this Wednesday, the next episode is going to come out. I will have to watch episode 4 in order to watch episode 5 because I'm thinking I missed something.
You didn't miss anything.
And then and
I
that's when
watched
I
episode
realized
4.
later
You
and
didn't
I
miss anything.
go, I didn't miss anything. I'm like, it was boring. It's boring.
It's
It's
badly
boring.
planned. It's badly plotted
It's
out.
boring.
Like, Moon Knight was one of the ones they had to be like really tight with their. They couldn't have like a Ryan Johnson in the middle of it. I mean, it's the same person who's done all of them. But the same. I think I brought this up, or maybe it was like through text. The guy who's in charge of the writing wrote that really fantastic movie called Fantastic Four. Not the most recent Fantastic Four.
The
Silver-
stupid one.
The
Yeah,
Silver
they're
Surfer
really
one,
stupid. Not the Silver Surfer one.
that was
this-
a bad one too.
Well, this Fantastic Four was worse than that one. I mean, it was directed by the guy who did Chronicle, and I thought Chronicle was kind of cool.
I thought that was okay. Yeah, Chronicle was okay.
But that movie's an F. That's take the rating out of the box. But that's where the writer came from. Like, the movies, if you look at what he's done, it's awful. Like, he might have one good thing, and I mean, we have to start like, okay, who's the writer for this one? Oh, he wrote Fargo, and then he wrote Batman vs Superman, Man of Steel. Okay, this movie's not going to be good, and we have to say and I guess I'm advising our audience, don't go to the movie. You're wasting. I mean, I guess I have to waste my 3 hours to tell you how bad it is, and giving you.
Well, it's streaming, so don't go to movies because you can't watch it there.
True.
It's Moon Knight.
It's Moon Knight.
Yeah, you have to stream it on
Yeah, you
Disney
have to
Plus, but it's probably on YouTube at this point in time, so you can watch it and not pay for it. The $9.99 a month, because I know someone isn't paying for it because he got it for free for like whatever. So he's fine with it. I actually paid for Disney Plus, and
I got 14 more months of free. So.
and I gotta say, I'm ready to cancel my subscription right now. And I have a feeling once Obi-Wan comes out, I'll be really ready to cancel my subscription because.
Yeah.
So we could talk. We can start doing book reviews. We might as well start doing book reviews. So Red Shirts by John Scanzi is awesome. It's hilarious. That's my quick blurb.
Where the Sidewalk Ends.
Oh, that's even
Great
better.
set of poetry.
Yes,
Or-
fantastic.
What's the other one? The
Cat in the Hat?
No.
Cat in the Hat.
Well, Silverstein wrote the Sidewalk. I used to read it to my daughter all the time.
Silverstein was great.
And Light in the Attic, or
Yeah,
remember
something
the other
like
one.
that. I can't remember.
We're talking about favorites. Let's switch over to our next subject and talk about our favorite comedy flick or show. So I'll let you choose which one you want to say.
We
My
can do
favorite
comedy
Favorite-
flick. I would say comedy flick or show. It's hard.
Or TV show. Well, I'm gonna add in because we were watching it. Me and the wife were away, and while we were away, we watched Airplane last night. And I will say,
Was that the first
every-
time, or
Oh
have
no! Every
okay, just
time I
checking.
watch Airplane, it is the first time because you either remember a joke that was in it, or you relive a joke that's in that movie. So
As soon as you said it, I had like I'm waiting for the time where like maybe I'll do it. My wife's like, I got to go to hospital. Why? What is it? It's a place for sick
it's a
people, but we need to
it's a
leave.
big building with a lot of people, a lot of sick people, but that's not the point.
I
You
would
ever
say
seen inside of a Turkish prison? Ever seen a grown man naked?
Oh, it's a classic movie. Oh, it's a long
it,
white. What is it? A long white plane with, with little red curtains. Looks like a big Tylenol. It's a it's a great movie. That is
I would
a
say
great movie.
Even Airplane 2 was good with William Shatner.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll
yeah.
still laugh because every time he walks to the door, he has to do the noise. Shh, shh.
I don't care. Airplane is so. I will definitely put Airplane in as one of my favorite all time top top list of movies. I
I,
mean,
I'll
Victor
do one.
Vector,
I'll do one older and one
Roger,
more
Roger.
recent. Blazing Saddles to me is
Oh,
like
Blazing.
Airplane, but I would say I watched Deadpool again recently, and I would still say it makes me like howl. Like it's still maybe it's not as funny as like Airplane and those, but it like I was dying of laughter watching that.
It's a different category. It's still comedy,
I mean,
but
it's not the same thing, but it's
you gotta break. I always like to break up my comedy movies because you're thinking of anything really silly like Blazing Saddles and Airplane, like
yeah.
that's here. And
That's
then you
like
got the Deadpools where it's like trying to be serious but it's funny at the same time, like the movie Bridesmaids. That's the most recent one that
Hilarious.
makes me laugh every time, especially
That's
yeah,
funny.
that's good.
when she takes her shit in the middle of the street.
Yep.
That's a funny flick. That is a funny flick.
Um,
I'm had to
but
rewatch that.
I
Haven't
like
seen
some of
that
the
in a while.
classics. I like Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin movies, and I like Abbott Costello. Abbott Costello,
Oh yeah,
meets the
he's
when he meets the monsters, still probably my
Meet the
all-time
Mummy,
favorite.
Meet Frankenstein.
on the way to the forum, or I think that's what it's called. It's with Zero Mistel and those guys. It's well, I mean that's I majored in classical studies, so that's like Greek Roman history. So I liked it because it was just funny. Life of Brian was
Are we,
always gets me.
are we
Life of
going way back?
Brian.
How about plays? How about The Taming of the Shrew?
That's good.
Classic comedy. Thank you, William
Lysistrata.
Shakespeare.
Lysistrata is another one, but yeah, Shakespeare has a bunch of things. People are probably going, "What the hell are they
Yeah,
talking
what
about
they
now?"
talking about Shakespeare? See, look at that. Three great nerds got a little bit of culture. Look at
We
that.
got
Got culture, man.
we
We
got
got
some
some culture.
culture.
Yeah.
We like Shakespeare. I mean, Taming the Shrew is great. I mean, yeah, I'm probably gonna get yelled at by my shrew shortly. So because I did make that comment when I first met her, like it's like Taming the Shrew, and she never saw that, and she's like, "You're comparing me to a rat," and it's just like, let me take you to the play.
Yeah, you
But
need to
then
see the play.
Yeah.
she told like like her aunt that I said that he's comparing you to a rat. No, it's Shakespeare. It's like
It's
some strong like
Shakespeare.
you
Yeah.
got like yeah like let's educate the family now.
Got to bring everybody up to speed.
Exactly.
I do have to. My dad did. I did ask my dad like what's his all time favorite, and since I'm not really an official Submariner, and he is. He said "Gods Must Be Crazy" is one of his all time favorites.
Oh
that's
yeah.
that's an awesome movie.
He's
That's
like,
an
That's
awesome movie.
see, that's a thinking comedy.
Yes, it
and
is
it's simple. It has a simple concept, and
very
it's just
simple.
fun. It's just funny throughout the whole thing, and it works well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever seen movie 42.
No.
I'm gonna look it up real quick, tell you who's all in it, but it is a solid cast.
I want to
Solid
say
cast here.
movie 42.
Movie 42.
I put it okay. So okay, I'm gonna go way. Movie 43. Sorry, it's movie 43. You guys remember? Okay, let's go way back. I think it was like late 70s, early 80s. The Kentucky Fried Movie.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Right? It's just a bunch of shorts, and we were kids watching it. You're like, oh, boobs, yay, so funny.
Like the meatballs.
Meatballs was one of them.
Meatballs, Animal House.
Porky's,
Yeah,
Animal
Porky's.
House,
Porky's.
Animal House. I remember
Who's
like
it? Okay.
that.
All right.
I
So
think
here's movie 43. Ready? Sorry. You got Dennis Quaid. Now, if I didn't tell you what movie this was, I'm like, hey, this new flick coming out. Who's in it? Dennis Quaid, Greg Kinnear, Common, Charlie Saxton, Will Sasso, Seth MacFarlane, Hugh Jackman, Kate Winslet. Who else? Kate. Let's see. I don't know. Anna Magnan. I don't know who that is. Liev Schreiber. He's the one that played in the Wolverine movie.
Sabretooth.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Sabretooth.
Gerald Butler. I'm cheating. I'm looking at
Chris Pratt, JB Smoove, who's a funny ass comedian too.
JB Smoove is hilarious. I've seen him in person. He's funny.
Tony Shalhoub.
Holly Berry's in this movie. Emma
Thurman.
Stone, Richard Gere, Jack McBrayer.
Well, I have homework this week.
Okay, so hey, heads up on the movie. It's Justin Long. I mean, this is ridiculous. How many people are in this movie?
What was their budget?
I don't know. It's a terrible movie, but it's freaking hysterical. It's freaking hysterical. It's a summary movie. Do not watch it with kids.
Okay.
Do not. It's bad. Like one of the stereos. I think it was who was it? Somebody went. It was that big tall British guy and Halle Berry were on a date, and they started playing Truth or Dare, and it got really bad. Like Halle Berry had to go. A little blind kid was having a birthday party, and she ran up, blew the candles out before the blind kid did. I was like,
"Oh, that's so wrong! That's so wrong."
And then Hugh Jackman's got a skit on there where he's got his chin is just a set of some balls. And he's at a fancy dinner, and he's like really famous. Like he pulls off his scarf, and it's just a set of balls sitting there, and everybody else pretends not to see it. But the one girl's staring. It's like I can't stop looking, like he's trying to eat his soup, and his balls are dipping in the soup.
That's bad.
I think I'm gonna watch it again, like because that one's good.
Well, I can add in a sports movie, which I still don't look at golf as a sport, but Caddyshack is still one of my all-time favorites.
Hell yeah.
I don't care when it comes on, I will watch that. Happy Gilmore. Every time that comes on, I will watch Happy Gilmore.
Yep.
But I know it's a silly movie, but
somebody just shared the meme the other day that had the best golfer in the world taking a picture with Tiger Woods, and it was Shooter McGavin.
Oh, Shooter McGavin.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I saw someone was trying to
listen to what I say.
They're trying to do the Happy Gilmore swing.
Oh God.
Well, I guess freaking Adam Sandler actually did it. I watched a video where he went and just pelted the ball, nailed it. Didn't even slice it. It was a good shot.
Really?
I tried to do. I don't know, man. It's like when I bowl, I just try to crush it.
Yeah, I pulled like 12 back. My back was spasming after like trying to do the Happy Gilmore thing.
Wow.
It didn't end well.
Well, I just tried
to. You need to do some stretches. You need to do some stretches.
Come on,
that wasn't a very difficult maneuver.
Yeah. We're getting old.
Well, no, I did the wind up. I did the wind up. I hit the ball, and then the follow through wasn't so good, and I tried to stop it, and that's what caused it. So it was.
Yeah, like I said, like you just said, you got to stretch. We're getting old. You can't just do that just to do it.
Yeah.
You got to prep. Got to prep the body and get ready for that.
Yeah, I didn't do any prepping of the body for that.
Yeah, I do love good. Hey, so what are we going to finish up with? I want to talk about Johnny Depp trial, man.
So we're going to end up with an open forum. Open forum.
Hashtag me poo. Let's do it.
So Johnny Depp, he made the mistake of marrying the psycho that he was sleeping with. Most of us don't marry the psycho that we've dated. Johnny Depp actually did. And let's turn it over to Darth Bill.
Yeah, but that's, you know what? Fine. He might have been. You guys think differently, man.
I know. Yeah, we think with one thing.
Yeah.
He liked the triple trapeze like dismount and mounting that she did with him, and he's like, I'm gonna marry her. But you would think like her pooping in the bed would have been, I don't know.
Well, that was pretty much at the end of it.
That's true.
But I tell you, this is bringing up a whole topic, and like guys take a lot of shit from their wives. Like there is abusive wives out there. But
we saw the slap her around the world. That was
look at Will Smith is freaking broken. That dude is broken. And then she goes back on and tries to like video him, and he's like, "Look, I'm trying to deal with my shit right now. Just I didn't tell you to record me." And she's got that red table, and it's like, I could just see it. I feel it.
Like
this is a trend. Like guys don't talk about it. Guys will sit there and take shit all the time, and some of them get hit. And what happens, right? Johnny Depp's probably thinking the same thing. Like if I say something, people have already like it brings them down.
Well, she also she poisoned like the entire media against him because if you remember last year at this point in time, the whole media was just like Johnny Depp is like he's a deviant, like he's a terrible human being, he's awful, like her entire Aquaman cast came to her. Like they said, "Oh no, she's very sweet, she's very nice," and it's sort of like, wait, she's blonde. Yeah, she's psychotic. Like she definitely probably beat the crap. I mean, I didn't know how much she beat him, but in my experiences,
but it came out like as soon as she dropped that article, people were saying like his bodyguard, everybody that's in court right now, came out to stand up for him. But that's just how society is. Right.
Well,
it doesn't matter what the guy says anymore unless it's like proven. Guys just start wearing police body cams everywhere they go. We're going on a date. Boom, on. I'm going to leave it on till we're done with the date. Because a girl can say anything they want to say.
And it's believed. Well, remember,
you're fucking done.
The Duke lacrosse case. Like that, they did the same thing.
Yeah,
this is probably the most serious. This is probably the most serious topic we've had in a while. But yeah, like people, like, be careful. Like, don't. And there are crazy ass women.
I mean, there's crazy guys too. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a guy or girl now. Like, if your ass is in a toxic relationship, freaking get out. Like, document it, man. Just look. She almost cut his finger off because she threw a bottle of freaking vodka at his ass. Like she was telling him, like, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Like when she goes, I didn't punch you. Just because I didn't slap you, probably I hit you. What? That's the same goddamn thing. And just you know what? You gotta give him some freaking credit of not retaliating back. Because I think that's what she wanted, right? She's hitting him, like, hit me back. And then
so I can take you. Then I can take you for more money. Like I would say, Johnny Depp has impressed me in the last couple of weeks. Chris Rock has definitely impressed me just by the way he composed himself. I don't know if I could do what he did after getting slapped. And I mean, I know all of us. We were all talking about it. And we're going, it looks staged. Is it staged? Because Pfizer has the whole thing, but it's not staged because he starts yelling, "Get my wife's name out of your mouth," and just like, oh crap. But I'm like, this isn't the Will Smith I remember, like, at all. Like, this is not. And I mean, that's probably why we didn't talk about it, because I was like, I don't want to pile on, but it's not Will Smith anymore. Like, he's not the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's not the Marcus or Mike Lowry character. Like, he's not those people now. Like, he's a broken human being. I would say Johnny Depp looks like he's not broken. I hope he's not broken. Amber Heard I don't know what's going to happen with her. But you got to wonder, like, DC is probably like, what the hell's going on? Like, Amber Heard, Ezra Miller.
Oh, God. Why can't I be in Hawaii when he's pulling this shit? Pull it on me, dude.
Like, he's throwing chairs. And it's just sort of like, what is going on? Like, with these, like, I mean, it seems like it's actor related right now because we're not seeing, like, athletes. Well, I mean, probably athletes do it too. But we're seeing more, like, the actors doing this type of stuff. I mean, I've never seen, like, Lawrence Taylor walk on the stage and, like, punch, like, Chris Fowler. You told me
that would be cool, though.
I mean, the guy would be.
I did see Ray Rice punch the shit out of his girlfriend, though.
Yeah. I'd be afraid of Lawrence Taylor even today.
Yeah, me too.
I think all of us.
But Ezra, fuck that dude.
No, Ezra is, yeah, no, and that's probably a movie I wasn't excited to go see, like Flashpoint. It's just like this seems like I don't like this actor. I don't like anything he's been in. Uh, it's it's not really appealing to me. Yes, we'll probably have to go see it, and Raw will make
I'm
me
holding
sit
my
through it.
judgments because I love Michael Keaton. So
Michael
he's going to
Keaton's
be
an
it.
awesome actor. Like I've loved. I did rewatch Batman 1989, and it did bring back fond memories. Like I remember how excited. Like I didn't sleep for like 3 days before seeing it, and I remember that. Like, is it like a fantastic movie? No, but Jack Nicholson was really good in it. Michael Keaton was really underrated. Good. He was very good in it.
But
Oh, but
that's
you
one of them pinnacle
remember,
movies. That was the
but
movies where it made it darker.
but
Yeah.
you
Like before then,
remember
yeah,
all the skepticism though. Remember when it first came out, like a few years before that, Michael Keaton was going to play Batman, and I remember the whole thing of
Oh, people were
Mr.
pissed.
Mom is going to play Batman. It was a whole thing about it. Mr. Mom is going to play Batman. No,
But
I
that,
don't think it.
that's
I don't
always
think that's going
yeah,
to work.
but
I
that's
don't think so. I have to admit,
the same thing happened with Patterson. In the fans' defense, Patterson wasn't. He was a sparkling vampire, so it's really hard to get on board with that. He
yeah,
was awesome in. He was
you got to
awesome
be
in
careful.
Tenet,
He got typecasted. You know,
but he was awesome in Tenet. Like I thought he was.
yeah.
I
He
think
did a
Tenet.
good job in Tenet.
I
in the
watched Tenet.
Lighthouse.
Yeah, that was good too. And watching those movies, it was just like he could probably do Batman, and especially if it's like they're going for a younger Batman. Like it could be a really good like flick. Um, so it was sort of like, all right. But I remember the Michael Keaton, like Mr. Mom, Beetlejuice. I'm like,
Hmm.
he has a different energy than Batman. Batman's too, but he did a great job, I
He
thought.
did, and he was still kind of quirky. You
Was he
know,
my favorite Batman? No, but
no,
he did a good job. And I would say the second one he did a good job too. It's just the
I didn't
script
like the. I didn't
the
like the
script
second.
sucked.
Yeah,
I
I didn't like the
the
second
the
one.
scripts weren't good for those Batmans, and
Yeah,
they got progressively worse after that.
Different
yeah.
directors take a different direction, and like again, we've seen it a million times. They got to put their own little fucking twist on it. It's
Well,
like,
Bat
look, it's
Nicholson,
Batman.
yeah, he
Take the
doesn't have
comic
credit.
book, and it already has panels written on it.
Take
It's not
those.
hard. Just
It's
fucking put
already
it on the board.
it's already your scenes, so you could just do that. I mean,
It's
Star Wars is the same thing. Like the comic books have been much better than the movies, especially. And they're writing the same. They're writing about Kylo Ren. They're writing about Rey. They're writing about those guys, and it's infinitely more better than what we see on the big screen. But nope. And then, well, Obi-Wan. He's had his own comic book series. It was great. Like it like walked you through it. But I mean, yeah, we'll suffer through that one for everyone. Darth Bill would be very dark at that point. I think in a way I would tell everyone that watches this, TV shows get one episode for you. Like if they don't grab you, if they're not exciting, they don't deserve anything more than one episode. If it doesn't
Yeah.
grab you, why are you watching it? Like it's not if you want to like send a message to Hollywood, that would be a pretty strong message.
Yeah.
Wow, the season premiere of this thing, it had 3 viewers and 2 of them left.
Well,
Why is
it's
this
hard to
working?
send a message anymore. I mean, look here on YouTube, right? They took away the number of dislikes. Like now you can't see it. Now you go. It used to be, yeah, that sucked. Your ass just got ratioed. You had like 500 likes and like 300,000 dislikes. Like you suck.
Yeah.
But because they want to protect assholes at Disney and assholes at Amazon and Jeff Bezos, they get rid of the dislike button. It started when they had the fan thing with I don't know if you guys seen that yet. With the fans, it was so bad that Amazon like took it off. They had like these super fans show up for a Lord of the Ring event.
Yeah, I saw that.
And none of them fucking read a book, or they probably don't. They just kept talking about how proud like it's so diverse and it's so great and you don't even know the story yet.
Yeah, it's
So, but it got disliked so bad, they got rid of the dislike button.
Mhm.
But you can go. There's actually an app. There's an app that you can use and see how many people hit that dislike button. Don't hit it on ours, folks. Hit the like button.
yeah,
All right, help us out, man.
It was
Yeah,
same
we're
thing with
just
Disney with that Galaxy Cruiser, thing, and when they first came out with the little previews of it, and so many people have so many comments of it, Disney took it off of YouTube. They took it down
Yes, thank you.
because they
Because
went,
it had that
we
the
can't.
little kid from the Goldbergs on there.
Yeah,
So bad.
it was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. I
Can
mean,
we
but
get? Maybe we can start a petition. Can Elon Musk get ready to buy out Twitter? Right?
maybe he can buy out Disney. I mean, that would be
Maybe we could just send him a letter. Like, look, man, can you just buy Disney? Buy Disney, or just buy Disney Star Wars. Buy one of them, and then hire me. I'll do it. Put me in charge. I will find the right people to write these good stories.
I mean, Disney. I mean, Star Wars, Marvel, Indiana Jones, and I'm just looking at like what's coming out for. I mean, for Disney Plus, we have Secret Invasion, which is going to be bad because they're probably going to copy V, and you're just going to be like, all right, well, that's original. We have She-Hulk, which we've all talked about. Like, no one cares.
I don't know if it's going to be good or bad.
Miss Marvel, it's just it feels like they're forcing stuff on us.
Yeah.
And I know people are saying, well, you have superhero fatigue. I'm like, no, I have bad movie and bad writing fatigue. Like, if it's well written, I'll like it. It feels like
change it. They get all excited because the girl's Muslim and she takes a Muslim bathing suit and turns it into her costume. But then she has power bracelets, like magic bracelets. But the Muslim religion does not believe, like, that's sacrilegious to them to talk about magic. So it's going to be some other.
But she's not magic. She's like Mr. Fantastic in the comics. Like, she stretches and she can shapeshift. Like, they changed her power set. Like,
yeah, to make it, and I don't know. That's gonna be epic fail because nobody gives a shit if you can make your hands big. Like, hold on, there's a fly. Cool, anesthesia. Move on.
Look at that CGI on that.
Oh my God! Look, another girl character. Good on you.
It's
so strong.
It's like it feels like Marvel is going the Fast and the Furious route. Like, their movies are getting worse and worse as time goes on. Like, I enjoyed Fast and Furious up until I don't know what number.
First one. The first one sucked.
I mean, they weren't great movies, but they were popcorn movies.
Yeah,
so
you knew what you were getting.
I mean, you knew they weren't going to be good. You know, Vin Diesel can't really act. I mean, he's the Iron Giant, so he can. That's pretty much his acting abilities.
He's Groot.
And he's Groot.
I'm Groot.
I am Groot. That's all he has to say.
One line. That's all you gotta say. Say it one time.
But I mean, it feels like
you got paid for that. Can we look that up? How much did you get paid to be Groot?
A couple $1 million.
Yeah,
like 20 million probably.
Do you think he highlighted his he got the script? He's like, all right, and he's like, practice. How should I say this? Says, I'm Groot.
I'm Groot.
I'm Groot. I'm Groot. I'm Groot.
Oh
no, wrong.
End of the movie though is we are Groot.
We are Groot.
There you go.
Yeah, when he made the giant ball.
The bush, that he made.
So I am excited to see the next Guardians of the Galaxies because Chris Pratt. Ever since that dude's been in Parks and Recreations, I think
he's good,
and he's in the movie 43 too. And I'm not going to talk about it, but you got to watch it. Oh my God, you're going to die. When you watch it, I want you to freak call me. Okay, I want to hear just. It's going to be great.
Okay.
The movie was made for Submariners. I said it had to have been written because we think of freaking stupid shit like that all the time.
Squid movie.
Wait, was that the one that did the superhero dating one? Wait, did I?
Yes.
That was the one.
Yes.
Awesome.
It was superhero speed dating.
Oh my.
Okay.
And Batman kept trying to cockblock Robin. Yes.
That. Oh, okay. Yeah. You have to see it. It's not.
It's not
Yeah,
a good movie, but it's a funny movie.
You
No,
can't
it's
watch
good.
it. You can't watch it.
I'm
with
saying
your
it's
daughter.
bad because it's. You watch it at nighttime.
Oh, gosh.
You're probably gonna have to go to church the next day just to say sorry.
Yeah, it's not a. It's. I just remember that one thing. It was bad. It's hilarious, but it was.
Okay. Okay.
How
Yeah.
Superman keeps his curl. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yes.
That was wrong. All right. Yeah, that was. I'm trying to look at the list of what's coming out like in the next couple months. Top Gun 2. Are we?
It's classic, man. Top Gun is probably one of the movies that got me to sign up for the Navy.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, like that when that movie came out, like recruiting numbers went up like 300% to the Navy.
Wow.
But they were going to make a sequel like pretty much right after that. But what happened right after that? Like a couple years after that?
Yeah, that was the whole tail hook thing.
The old tail hook thing. And
Yeah.
pilots were not in a good light back then.
They didn't look good. They didn't look good.
They should call it. We should do a Submariner one. Call it Bottom Gun.
It got to be like Anchors Away or I don't know.
And we have
But I'm
Doctor
gonna see
Strange
it.
coming out. Doctor Strange comes out next week. So
Yep.
that I'm actually looking forward to that. That looks good, and
Okay, so
I'm a little bit. I don't feel any anxiety about that one. Black Adam.
No, I don't either.
Black Adam. Yeah, that's a completely different story. That's gonna be like.
I don't.
That's gonna be Fast and Furious bad.
I mean,
I have a feeling that's Morbius bad.
Yeah, you can't have Black Adam without freaking Shazam.
I mean, they should have introduced Shazam and Black Adam.
The Rock needs to stop.
well, I mean, the Rock
Okay,
is the Rock
they're
is
doing
good
it-
for what he's good for, and
They're
to
doing-
me,
they're
Black
doing it-
Adam is not it.
They're doing a Ghostbusters series based off the last movie, New with the Kids, and The Rock's gonna star in it. Stop, Rock.
Come on,
Fuck, man. Go do your shit. Like, stay out of Ghostbusters. Give some up and comer a freaking chance, man. Give these kids a chance. You don't need The Rock in it unless he's gonna play like
a
a ghost, and then that like first episode, or they'll do like a cameo, like they did with the Mandalorian. Everybody's freaking in it. Danny Trejo's in it. Like, hey, look, hey, Rock, and then get out of here, go home,
Go home. We gotta check
because they have a solid cast right now. Even if you take out Paul Rudd, you got those kids are freaking that kid podcast, man. I fucking love that kid.
And I like Paul Rudd.
Yeah, Paul Rudd is good
I
at
really
everything.
like Paul Rudd. Yeah, I mean, he's who he is.
He's good in pretty much. He's
Yeah.
been good in like the Marvel universe and in everything.
We've been
else
seeing
he's
Paul
done.
Rudd since he was in Friends because he married Phoebe.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jurassic
Paul Rudd,
World. I am excited for Jurassic World.
Really?
I love me some dinosaurs.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. What do you mean, really?
I remember
not-
Lost.
I'm not
The
excited
Lost
to
World.
see that.
I remember that the Raptors always could get me. Like they could always make me jump because you would know where they were, and then they would just show up. That was
Well-
sort of what I was hoping with, like, Moon Knight and Morbius. Like, hey, you could go kind of a horror way, but nope, we're just gonna jump off a cliff now. But that's
All
fine.
right, we beat that horse already. It's dead.
Yeah, I know we're not going on that.
But Jurassic Park, man, it's gonna be good.
Jurassic Park, yeah, that looks fantastic.
And they're wrapping it up. They know it's not gonna be any more after this, right? Because they got everybody in it from the legendary cast to now.
As soon as they make money, they're gonna make another one.
No, they don't need to. It's good. They got Jurassic Park. I mean, you can. They got
do
the
it on
goddamn video game.
They do
I
it with
love-
everything. They do
you
it
guys
with
like-
everything.
If you guys have a decent computer, I recommend playing the Jurassic World video game, Evolution 2. You make the park. It's so cool. I love dinosaurs. I don't know. Whenever I was a kid, I just never stopped liking them. Like, if there's a documentary on, I'm watching it. Okay, my wife gets annoyed because I'm watching the trailer for the new Jurassic Park movie. It's like, oh, look, there's a Mosasaurus and there's Allosauruses. Why do you know this stuff? Because I'm freaking smart, yo.
Yeah, it's great. The first one got me going. What about? There's a Netflix movie, Extraction 2.
Why does your microphone get higher and higher?
I don't know. It just went up.
It's like it started here.
I turned up and it went up. I was going to use my other headset for you.
No,
Rasan remembers this bad boy. You
Oh
know,
goodness gracious! Oh goodness gracious!
just go to the store, man. They ain't that much.
Look at that, Darth Vader. They'll come
no,
out
no
with the new Jurassic trilogy. Yes,
I
they
got
will.
this
Darth
is the
Vader.
new one.
They'll come out with a new one. As soon as they make money, it'll be another one, and
I
I
mean,
would
that
like to
might
see
be.
a different dinosaur
like-
movie.
I'll be like, I don't care. They do it. They'll come out with another one.
I read a dinosaur book one time, and the story. I don't know if I told you about it. The story was great. Okay, so over the years, we've always tested nuclear weapons, right?
Yeah.
And what we didn't know, what those nuclear weapons were causing a wave in the space-time continuum. So it started off small. It starts off, you read an article about a lady who's sitting at home, and all of a sudden, boom, she spontaneous combusts. Boom.
Converse.
Why?
I like Converse.
Was she smoking? No, she just caught on fire. But what they explained it was when that ripple went through time, right? It took something from the past, which happened to be a freaking lava or volcano, and brought it to the future at that same spot. So as we tested more and more nuclear weapons, the wave got bigger. So now whole chunks of the city are missing. Like half of New York is replaced with the Jurassic era. So now you have a New York City, and then you have these big ass dinosaurs running around. Like for that area in that time. So like the guy was driving out in Nevada. It broke it up in different stories. The guy driving out in Nevada, he's a rock climber. And all of a sudden, a goddamn mountain shows up right on the interstate. Right? Boom, right on the interstate. Everybody stopped like, what the hell? And then a pterodactyl comes down, grabs a kid, flies up there because he's like the cool mask going, I'm going to climb a mountain and save that kid. That's what he does. But the whole world's like that. It just, there's like 3 or 4 books for it. It's great. What was it? I'm going to look up the name real quick while you guys here discuss something.
I thought there's something similar to that. To like Robert Kirkman wrote it. It was called Oblivion Song. It was, but he ported back and forth from one world to the other. It was similar to what you're talking about, but it's not dinosaurs. There was Cadillacs and dinosaurs, which was like, I think that's a cartoon, but it was a comic book from way back when. I'm pretty sure. Raw, have you seen that or no? No.
No, I haven't. And like I said, talking about Jurassic Park, honestly,
Okay. What? So
I can
like
take it or leave
upcoming
it.
stuff. So Extraction 2. Did you ever see Extraction 1 with
I saw
Chris
the
Hemsworth?
first when he dies at the end. So how do you make a second one? What do you go back
Apparently,
in
he
time?
falls in the water, and the 30 shots to the neck that he took, he
See, that's
somehow survived.
there we go. That's the problem.
I don't know. He's in the next one, and only thing I could think of is like a prequel or something. I don't
Got
know.
to do
He's
a
coming back.
prequel. I mean,
Mission Possible 12 or 7. I don't know which one. I like the Mission Impossible.
Too many.
I mean, it's getting to be a bit much.
I like the first one.
Spider-Man Across the Universe, or whatever it's called, the sequel to the Spider-Verse. I think that could be good. The
I'm looking forward
animation,
to that.
the
I love the
animation's
animation.
not for the new one. I'm not sure sold on the new stuff.
No, I
The
love the
new one
animation in the
doesn't.
first one.
The new one doesn't. I saw the trailer to the new one, and it doesn't look like it follows the first one's animation. It looks spotty.
It's a different one, different than.
I think it's the same directors, but it looks like the animation from like Electric Company.
No, they do all.
The Electric Company?
Wow.
Hey,
You remember that show?
Why? And Morgan
That's
Freeman
Spider-Man.
was in that.
Spider-Man was on that one. Spider-Man, they used to have Spider-Man on the
Yep.
Electric Company.
Yep.
Yeah,
And Morgan
they did.
Freeman was in it.
I can't find the name of this book.
And Morgan Freeman was like 1,028 years old then.
That guy came out old.
Yeah,
He
It's
was
like
an
his
old-
mom, the doctor's like, congratulations, it's a 60-year-old man
He had an old baby.
with shit all over his face.
He was old. Talking about Andy Dufresne.
It's just like Morpheus. He was on Pee Wee Herman, the Pee Wee Herman show.
Oh yeah, you're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
he
He
was
was
long
Cowboy
and ugly.
Cowboy Bob, Cowboy Bill. What was it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't remember.
it's
yeah.
great, man.
He was
It's
actually
great.
on it. Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne, yeah.
Yep, he was actually on. It's hard to believe, but he was on Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yep,
Wow,
long ago.
Everybody's got to get a start somewhere, right?
wow, wow.
I have one that's gonna make Bill twitch. Lightyear, Buzz Lightyear, the new Chris Evans like CGI one. I'm saying no.
No,
It doesn't look.
it's a kid. It's a made up character based off a toy. Now they're making a movie based off the yeah.
Yeah,
I don't.
I
But
agree
you know
with
what? Let's do this right now. I know the new Harry Potter flick that's out, right? What's it
Yeah.
called?
Fantastic Beast.
Yep. So there was a sign because Dumbledore is gay and he confesses love to another guy, but they edited that part out for China. Now let's make a note now, right? Because I know there's a same-sex kiss in Lightyear. Because you got to be diverse and all strong and shit, whatever.
It is in a
Yep.
cartoon.
Yep. And so let's see
Okay.
if they edit that shit out to appease the people in China who owns Pepsi and AMC and everything else, right?
Yeah, they're gonna edit it. China money.
Yeah.
No, China money's big money. A lot of people.
And
A lot of people.
But it doesn't make it good. It's still.
I'm just saying, a lot of people.
I don't think I'm going to watch the Lightyear thing. Well, no.
I think it's a hard pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Marvel. I think we have Thor coming out this summer. We have Doctor Strange next week.
Well, I think I know what I'll be doing next week, next Friday.
Maybe I'll be going with you. And then I don't know, when does Guardians 3 come out? Does it come out next year or this year?
2023.
And we have Avatar coming out, which hopefully
How are they going to do another one? I don't.
Exactly. I'm not.
they're making like
Correct on
4 more, and they like filming back to
4?
back. I don't know how many. It's
Wow.
10 years later, so I don't know how they're going to do it. They're
How you
they're in a
know?
water
the
world,
premise?
and then I don't.
I mean,
What's the
Unless
premise
it's like
for
a
the Marvel movies?
different worlds. But I mean, as you're looking at giant blue guys, good thing is I know I'm gonna be for Halloween.
The giant blue guy.
I'm just gonna paint myself
Giant
blue.
Smurf.
I'm an avatar.
for a big
Come
Smurf.
touch my tail.
It's supposed to be in the back though.
It's like, oh.
It's supposed to be on the back though, not in the front. Shazam 2. I know Rod doesn't like that.
I didn't like the first one really. I mean, it
I
was
liked the
whatever.
first one. I
It
remember
was
the
silly.
I remember the TV show, and I always started like the TV show.
I liked the TV show. I didn't like the first movie.
I like the guy who played him. I thought he was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just what pisses me off is again they beat around the bush because they don't have the rights to the rest of the superheroes. That's why you only saw like part of Superman.
Yeah, the body. You just saw the body.
Like stop, just freaking stop, man. Just do it.
Well, I think it was
Yeah.
they had the rights, but I think Cavell was somewhere else. I think it was Cavell that couldn't do it.
CGI that motherfucker. We CGI damn young Luke
Yeah,
Skywalker.
The deadly chin already on him. So why
We
not do his
CGI'd
whole
his
body?
mustache off.
Yeah, it was. Oh God,
I'm
gives me
excited.
Nightmares. Still gives
The
me
Witcher.
nightmares.
The
That
Witcher.
chin was just. Oh God.
He's awesome in The Witcher.
Oh yeah, I like that.
And I think we mentioned this last time, but he's going to be in. They're redoing Highlander.
I would like seeing him in Highlander.
Nervous, but okay.
I mean,
depends-
Highlander was already kind of like a B-rated flick to begin
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Spanish Scottish Sean Connery.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was kind of funny though. Like, so he's Spaniard, but he has a Scottish brogue.
he didn't even try. He didn't even try. But I think we talked about that before.
No, he didn't.
He
don't
just
care.
wore a Spanish costume. Like I'm Sean Connery, bitch.
Yeah, that's right, I don't care.
I mean, that was the coolest thing about it. Like, it was Sean Connery.
No, that's
in-
right.
in
Send
that
my
movie.
checks. Send my checks. That's all I. I'm
I
gonna do
think
this.
I would
movie,
be
just
cool.
Send me my money. That's it.
That'd be cool to watch it with like updated special effects and graphics and stuff.
Yeah.
And I like Henry Cavill. The dude's a badass, man. I would love to have him on the show because all our 4 viewers would be excited.
Yeah.
I would be excited. I actually thought he was a good Superman. I think he to me, to me, Christopher Reeve's always Superman, but I would say Cavill he was awesome. Like, he didn't try to channel Christopher Reeve or anything. I think he did a good job. He just had a really bad direction and script for all the movies he was in. Like, but I thought he played Superman really well.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I would say, yeah, that's.
Anything else in our open forum?
Yeah, I think that it was fun, guys. Just stop going to Disney so we could do the podcast. Like,
Yeah, and just
I
people
will
know,
stream.
that was the raw Batman to the
Yeah,
he
I
decided to
will
go
stream
Disney.
my little thing of going on what is it, Rise of the Resistance.
He was on Undercover to catch pedophiles, so he did a good
I
job.
will stream that. I mean, like
stream
I
it.
said,
Just edit it up, make a video.
yeah, the ride, like I said, the ride was fun. It just the premise of it was some issues. There's still some issues.
Well, you know what you should do? Do the video of you, with the footage that you made, edit together, and then like voice over it, like give your review.
All right, I'll do that. I will do that.
So what we got next? We had open forum. Is it Sea Stories with Bill now?
All right, we can save one. We can save that for next week.
We can do that.
Week.
We can do that for next week.
Oh, so I know I'm going to bring it up, but I'm going to do this. I know we're streaming on YouTube, but I'm also going to start off a Twitch account, so we could stream both on YouTube and Twitch.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, and just get some of them folks, some views.
Yeah. Get some love.
Because it would be cool they make excellent money off this shit.
Yeah, it would. We would all like it to be a full-time job, but make sure you like.
No, I like my job. I got.
Yeah, I like my job too.
I don't think I'm not good at editing videos. If I was good at it, maybe I'd do it all the time. But I could do a video and I could bitch about shit. And I think what was that program we used before? We had like a picture in there before, the free one.
Zoom.
No, the other one.
Melon. No, we are.
No, this is Melon.
Melon head.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later.
All right. Well,
let's give a little bit of this more.
And remember to check out Uncle Buck.
Gotta love that song. Kinda groovy.
Yeah, we can just let it play. It'd be an outro. Like, it's been great.
Well, yeah, it has been.
Share it. It's not hard, people. Share it. Like, there's a little button. Hit the share button. Say, hey, check out my friend on here. Like it. Like, get the word out. Like, come on, man.
Subscribe. We had the big 5-0.
Help
We
a
just
brother
got
out.
another one today, and we'll get some more.
We might want to see Bill when he gets angry.
Yeah, we'll do a big celebration when we're done.
If this doesn't work, I'm going to start an OnlyFans account, and then you don't want to see that.
We'll start paying you not to start.
I'll play this music.
Yeah, Billy Groovy.
Oh gosh, Mega Lou's coming to us.
Well, like I said, subscribe. Come on and join this fun. I think we had a lot of fun. Oh, he said no. Somebody just said no.
I'm going to kick Darth Vader out of the Sith.
Yeah. He said no. He said we don't want to see that.
Oh, he's talking about yeah, you don't want to see that.
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
People got to pay me money not to do it.
There you go.
Well, I know this is a little bit longer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of chop this up, put out some pieces.
I'm going to cut it up. Oh, man, 100%.
No, it'll be 100%, but then we'll cut out little pieces too and put those out. Yeah.
What?
That's how you do it.
Cut this out. This conversation, that's it.
Yeah, this conversation has been bad.
Don't edit shit. Just put it on. Edit your videos.
Well, again, like and subscribe. And we will see you next week.
Unless someone goes to Disney again.
I'm not going to Disney again. We will see you next week.
Woo!
Woo! Wear rubber